Yeehaw!
Thank you for the cheer bits, Remedies. Was that for Drake's video? Nice video that he did for us. Welcome, everybody, to Deadlands Thursdays. And I guess it is now that Josh is doing a Thursday afternoon Deadlands game that Drake just told me about.
No, Savage World's not Deadlands.
Non-stop entertainment. Okay, so we're going to try real hard to accomplish that. How are you guys? How's everybody? Week going great? It's almost a weekend.
Yeah. You know,
That
you always
sounds
just
accurate.
like to
One more day of the grind.
There you go.
just wait.
Oh.
Nice one.
Thanks, Drake. Appreciate it. Veno, thanks for the biddies. Boy, getting it rolling early. You guys might get the hype train fired up. Do you guys, is it really? I don't even look at the stream anymore. I got chatty. That's all I need is chatty, man. Oh. Jinko. Oh my gosh. Cranking it up. I got to go over here and look at the stream now to see what's going on with this hype train. Let's see who gets. Chatty doesn't show you everything, you know.
No.
That's okay.
Especially
Remedies.
rewards. She spent them all on Engorgio's stream earlier today. She got mad because I didn't know she was number one because I didn't have it open. I just 500 biddies. And she was struggling to get like 250 in there.
Oh.
Get somebody.
Yeah, you were picking on her. I know how it goes. You guys remember where we were last week? You're on the trail of the necessity. I think that almost. But look at that. Bumps it to 97%. You notice how it just almost bumps it over. That's the way Twitch just yanks a little bit more. Yanks a little bit more out.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so you're on the trail of the Necessity Alliance. You left Lion's Roar, where you had an entertaining evening with Red Petal Sue, and you got in your boat, if you want to call it a boat, a ship, a galley, and there it goes. Somebody got something. There was things given away there. Yeah.
Was there?
Should have been. Choo choo. No, edit the text in the emoji thing. Thanks, I got 50. How come
I'm a hype creator.
How come it didn't award people? I thought that's what it did. Remedies. Stipped. So, you guys remember what happened? You found Floater's Folly. Little kind of ramshackle town.
What was the place that we found that had the Grimm's people that we swamped their boat?
That was Floater's Folly. Yeah, Floater's Folly.
Oh, because I don't think there was a name. I just remember that it was that.
Wait, I thought that was Lion's Roar that we were leaving.
You left Lion's
we
Roar.
stopped at the other place.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, because you needed
to. Can you give us a description of the Folly place?
Yeah, so as you come up on it, think of a bunch of fishing docks on the bayou, okay? But just strung out all along the bottom of this mesa. Now, what I failed to mention last week, because we got onto other things, was that the whole western side of Floater's Folly is like piles of driftwood, and you guys are still going over here. Fantastic. I'm gonna end up
that
having
didn't
to
make
give
a
a
loud
license
scary.
away here pretty soon.
Why didn't that make the loud, scary sound? I feel cheated again.
Marban, you gotta jump and scream out real quick.
Ah!
Well, at least that's more convincing than the last time I told him to fake it.
I don't
Yes,
I
but
don't know
his wife
why.
knows when he's faking it. You can tell.
Yeah. Oh. Are you done, hun? Okay. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I was just trying to get my socks back on.
Oh, she'd smack me in the back of the head if she heard that. She's got a good sense of humor, though. She's a good woman. Puts up with me. Jingo
So I think it was like a day to the island that they gave us the map to, because we got the map from Red Petal Sioux.
Well, she pointed out on your map. She showed you her map. Ah! Who was that? Was that Brad's sub finally
Well,
came
that
through?
was late. Wow.
Because all the cheers were going on. I guess it just queued it up. I'm breathing fast now. So, yeah. So when you pull up to it, it's just like all these shacks built on these like fishing docks that are all 8-10 feet up out of the water to where high tide can't get to them, and it's kind of nestled in behind uh, this mesa on the leeward side of it. But the part that hung out on the windward side, the west side of the mesa, looks like it had been demolished, just driftwood and shit all piled up. And you notice that as you left. You really didn't get a chance to see it. But you guys were thinking about picking on these poor missionaries that were trying to feed these hungry people there. And I don't understand where that was coming from, but
Well, they were Grimm's people.
oh, were they now?
That's
Wow,
why
with
we
the
were.
channel.
Hey, we pick on everybody
totally.
equally.
And that was a great job
Union
integrating it into your
soldiers,
conversation.
missionaries, random people in churches,
We just
abandoned ghost towns.
went by
That
them really
don't matter.
fast in the boat and swamped them.
Yep. And then Jingo like played a card and broke their little foot propeller thing. so it was floating around back there, and you guys blew on by them. HG, what kind of? I need a roll from you, kind of like, Drake gives me a boating roll for maneuvering the boat and stuff, but maintaining the engines and shit. Do you have something that falls into there like the engineering and I think engineering is a
Well, engineering or
I didn't
your
know if it'd
science.
be my knowledge. Like I have the knowledge chemistry, like science with specific chemistry, and then I have weird science.
yeah.
So
I
this
mean, I
one,
think we'd play on that three. Oh,
Jeez.
son of a bitch! Oh, where'd that one come from? I don't. I think it's still trying to catch up. Brad's just Brad and
No, I think
Django. Somebody's.
the hype train just ended. That's what it was. It passed out emojis and whatnot.
Oh, there we go. What is that I got? What is that? Hype swipe?
I think the
It looks
shield's
like
better
a
than a
cow.
stabbed in the head one.
It
Oh,
says
that's
hype
cool.
shield, but it looks like a cow. Oh, I get it. Hype train, cow on the track. Hype shield. Brad.
Cool. Emojis. The little digital things that are completely
We,
intangible.
That distracted. That
we
distracted.
really
Yep.
need to add one for snout faced.
You know, I've got an idea
I will
about
make you
snout
one
paste.
later if you add it.
I've got an idea about snout paste.
Uh-oh.
Now, the makers of snout paste will probably be a sponsor. I've been talking to their management, their marketing department, and they'll probably be a sponsor for this stream in upcoming episodes. So keep your eye out for that. That we're real proud of that. The
I have
snout
a feeling that Brad
paste
works
people.
for them. I think Brad works for them, possibly as their spokesperson.
Well,
Are
know,
you tired of paying too much for your potted meats? Are discount hot dogs too expensive for you? Try snout paste. Now FDA approved not to kill you as much.
And it now comes in its own resealable, squeezable tube.
somebody clip that.
This is the 19th century. There is no FDA.
Yeah, there's still kids making things in factories back east.
And they're probably still
Because
using
of their tiny hands. Why does this keep coming up in every chat I'm in? Or every game?
Because their tiny hands are so dexterous.
They're
Hey,
good for
kids,
getting
if you help
unclogging
us
machines.
out, we'll let you play with the mercury.
You can roll it around with your finger. So yeah, that's what happened, and then we got to the end of the day, and I'm like, you guys are gonna have to put up, man. The night's coming on, and you don't want to be out here in the maze, and so you were looking for a place to, I think, anchor up for the night, and kind of find this little cove, and picturesque little place. Kind of maneuver your way back in behind some rocks, get some protection from pirates that might come in off these channels and stuff. Why is that? Why? We'll put that there.
What'd you do this time, Marb?
It's window creep already.
Wow.
Huh.
Well, you only have yourself to blame. By the way, I had a question about the boat map. I see you turned it nighttime with clouds, and it looks like you have more than one layer of the clouds that are going different directions. Is that correct?
Yeah, he's got 2 layers.
It's strange that you mentioned that, Vino.
One's mist and one's cloud. That's what it is.
HG, you notice that the engine, towards the end of the day, you're probably going to need to do some maintenance on this thing. It's not acting real weird, so having to shut down for the night might be a good thing. But you find this little cove, you pull back into it, the ship's kind of sitting there, and you're like, back here, kind of navigate your way through between these sandbars and rocks and get back in here, and you're kind of blocked off from the main maze. And I don't even have, what the hell's the deal? Hang on. DM fail, GM fail. Sirenscape, we go to all these links to set up this technology, and
then you screw it up somehow.
Well, no, I just don't use it. It's like, come on, wake the fuck up, Marb. So your sailors start getting things set up, and this fog starts to kind of set in. Because if you guys remember at the end of last session, there was a face card drawn for random encounters. And the random encounter that I rolled up on the tables was cool enough that I thought, oh, this is going to be really cool. Everybody's going to love this. You guys are going to love this.
I already hate it.
Yeah. Thanks, Vino. Dick. Dick. Total dick.
I meant that in a nice way.
Yeah, the nicest way that a dick can mean it. But thank you, buddy.
No, I just mean it in the way that, a player, sees something ominous coming, is like, oh shit.
Yep. And that's kind of Well, you're now. I think Doc Fong. Don't you have some kind of like edge that gives you like a danger sense kind of something or another?
I do have the scouting one.
Oh, that's for
Does
scouting.
he have spider sense?
No, I don't have Spidey sense. I thought it was for scouting.
Oh,
But this fog kind of moves in and it's cold. It just feels cold. And then you notice that it's moving two different directions. You're like, what the hell? And the wind just almost dies completely to nothing. The ship's just kind of sitting there rocking. But it's just peaceful as can be. And
Why
then,
does the fog move when the wind is not?
and then, and then,
All of a sudden,
I forgot to look for a sound earlier, and of course it doesn't exist. So we'll go with that. All of a sudden, you guys see.
You heard a gavel?
is the
What the hell
fog
is
getting
it?
thicker?
Yes, yes, it is. And did it get colder?
I believe
It
so.
did.
I don't like this.
Does anybody have any salt?
Who decided on parking in this spot? This isn't a good idea, fellas.
HD, could
Hey,
you
you
make
were-
some sort of wind machine?
You were piloting the boat, Timmons.
Yeah, I was just going the way somebody told me to go, though.
I bet it was one of those ghosts.
Timmons
I
is
bet it
not
was
happy.
HG. He's always leading us to his demons, ain't he? Wait, Luke wouldn't know that, would he?
So you
I
guys
believe it,
see,
probably.
coming from the direction where this water was spilling over the side of this mesa, you kind of see emerging from the fog at maximum distance, which is now down to about maybe 100 yards, 150 yards. You see this ship coming out of the fog, but it's not just any ship. It's kind of lit up, and it's moving right at you as if the sails were full of wind. But as you can feel, there's very little wind out here at all. And this thing's coming right at you like it must have come out of the side of this mesa or something. And it's almost translucent. Maybe it is. It is. No, maybe you can't really tell as it comes to you, and the moonlight tries to penetrate this fog and kind of shines on this thing. And we are going to do, hopefully, if this is working in Unity now. I really wanted to try this and get it working.
Chips and adventure cards?
Yeah,
All right. Chase mode.
we're going to do a chase scene. Now, currently, you have just brought the ship to rest. You haven't dropped anchor yet, but you've got it turned back around to where you're kind of facing out of the cove. So this map, that unfortunately the chase scene is going to work out this way, but that's south. Okay, so if you look at this other picture of, yeah, exactly. So flip it up 90 degrees, and you've got the chase map. Now, the way this works, and I would advise everybody to read up on this if I can get it to link. Window creep again.
And for the record, Marv, when we did a chase scene in Brad's Savage Worlds game, it was neat.
Well,
Except for the
hopefully
giant spider
I've
that
got this
falling
set
off.
up right. There's the chases and vehicles reference chart. Now, you guys, the way this is going to work, you all in your inventory, there's a vehicles tab, and on that vehicles tab is the Black Horse, your ship. You guys are all part of the crew, as well as about 15 Chinese sailors and a Chinese boat pilot, who are just really going to function as part of the ship. They will never be in the combat tracker. And I guess I could turn that on so you guys can see it coming toward you.
Yeah, Luke rushes to the nearest cannon.
I will get to this Gatling gun just in case.
So you guys need to decide kind of what you're going to do on this first round and start taking action. So if you open up the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition player guide, there's a whole section on combat in there, and what's open this up. Rules. There we go. Couple of links for you. So open that up, and then you can find different situational rules, aiming, whatnot. Now, it should be known that you are on an unstable platform with the ship moving. Okay, right now at anchor, it's only at a -2. And you should have the proper distance on the map. So what we are going to do is minimize that window, and
I'd also
deal
like to
action
point out
cards.
that while we are unstable, there is an action that the person driving the ship can do to ignore that. In theory.
Yeah, I'm going to give you guys a few minutes just to kind of look over those combat rules and see how you can. Timmons, I imagine you are piloting the boat. Do you take over at the helm when this shit happens, stuff like this, or?
I can if you like. I have a D8 in boating.
Yeah, Timmons is only a D6 in boating, so he's like the co-pilot, I think.
I can take over the helm, and if you wish.
With the D6,
I
you've
can't
done
promise
pretty
that
good
my
in
rolls
boating
won't.
so far.
I can't promise that my rolls won't be shite, but
Well,
I think Engorgio has also got boating, if I remember, or somebody
oh,
else did.
hey Marb, before we continue, you might want to dole out minis and
Yep.
cards.
Yep. We're going to get to that right now. So we'll go to the party sheet. I'll set this over here where everybody can see it. If I switch over to, there we go. So you guys can kind of see what's going on. First thing we will do is reset adventure cards and reset fate chips. And I've got how many of you on the table?
What?
5. 5. And then
5.
Gorgio, I guess, is going to be here. Is he not? 6.
Well, you can add his. Well, when he gets here,
I'll get, yeah, when he gets here, I'll add it. Wow, a lot of white chips.
I think Marb has some kind of hack here to keep giving me
Yeah, well. So here's your ghost ship. Put this out here so stream can see it. Pretty. Oh, spooky. Oh, I like it. I'm liking it a lot. Speaking of spooky, everybody needs to give me a spirit roll. Timmons, you fail. There's -2. Luke, you fail. There's -2. Doc, this doesn't phase you at all. At least it ain't a monkey throwing shit. Lonzo, you're
Exactly.
fine.
I see no monkeys. I feel better.
Yeah.
Also, Venno, you keep failing with your D8, but I got a 22 at the D4.
HG, you're
Well,
fine.
D4s are more likely to. The odds are more in favor of D4 acing.
Yeah. Except D4s
That one
don't
didn't.
roll like dice. They don't.
No,
You know.
no, they don't. But you also have to remember that this is a random number generator.
Right.
Oh, technically it was the wild die too.
Yep. Okay, so the way this happens is we deal cards, and if you get a club, which you guys don't because you're all going on the Black Horse's turn, their crew will all go on the Fegafior turn.
Easy for you to say.
Fegafior. And there must be all dwarves on this boat.
They can't
Job
see over the
done.
railing, but they got some booze.
So you need to kind of like be trying to get out of this cove and away from these guys or attack them. But you're not quite sure, maybe? An occult roll from somebody? Yes, the ones that failed take a point of fear.
Okay, thank you.
Doc, you're pretty sure that this is not from the land of the living, and you don't know if conventional weapons that you have at your disposal on this ship may do any good whatsoever.
See, I told you it was all ghosts.
And
They return once more.
so maneuver roll.
Yep, totally ghost. Sorry.
Who is at the wheel?
I think I am. Luke.
Yeah. This thing out of here, Luke. That thing could be full of Pawnee.
He got a raise.
Timmons is like loading his Winchester.
This thing is coming on fast. So you guys need to be thinking about moving the boat or something because it's heading straight towards you. And it moves. You can move into another red square, okay? Just inside the edge of it on a successful maneuver roll. Or you can move 2 on a raise. And he actually got a raise. And he begins to move his boat this direction.
Excuse me, Timmons and Mr. Luke. That scary ghost ship appears to be headed directly at us.
I see it. I see it. I see it.
And looks like it's going to try to like come at you and swing its broadside up towards the bow of your ship. And now you can kind of make out that they're this close to you. Everybody give me a notice roll. Not this time, Doc. You're too worried about
I
the
see
ship.
ghosts. So many
Yep.
ghosts.
Below deck.
You guys don't notice shit.
Timmons is closing his
blind.
eyes. There could be Pawnee on that. I don't want to
It's
look. I'm not looking.
funny.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
Okay, so on 6 of clubs. Now let me pull up the Can they fire? Are they in the... They're moving that direction. This thing's got 8 cannons down the side of it, the side that you can see, the port side, as it moves toward you.
Brace for impact.
Possibly.
They're not real, right?
Why is that? Where's the... There we go. Chasing vehicle reference. Thank you very much. Okay, movement's right, speed's right. Successful maneuver roll. kind of action that he just moved. He just moved the boat. And you see some movement behind these cannons that are down the side of this deck of this ship. Who has some kind of who would consider themselves educated in maybe maritime stuff or just boating in general? So
Just
similar
what we learned on this thing.
today, that if you went down to the yacht club, right, and you saw these fiberglass watercraft out there, and then you see this one that's got all this teak wood all over it, and the hull looks like it's made out of wood and stuff. That'd be an antique. It looks very and even you guys that don't know a lot about boats, you look at this thing and you're like, shit, man, that
That's
thing is
old.
ancient, as it moves towards you. And
What's the year again?
the year you're in is you're getting towards the end of it's August of 1879. But this thing looks like it's
No, there was.
probably 300, 400, 500 years old.
Well, I mean, pirates were still around at this time, I believe. At least in our timeline, they just weren't very
Yeah.
prevalent. They mainly hung around the Caribbean.
That was the early 18th century. Was their height. That was when they were
Right.
the most powerful.
Yeah, the golden age.
Yep. 1728 to 33 in there, that 5-year period, Blackbeard and all them. So let's see, 6 clubs. Okay, so the way this works is his maneuver, he could take a speed bonus. He decided not to take it. He's not going to try to force you. Complications. Character faces complication of his action card, which is not as a club. On his turn, he must make a maneuvering roll as a free action. The suit on his current chase card, not his action card, which the chase card is the one on the table here, determines any modifier to the maneuvering roll and the results of failure. So nothing happens at this point, and you can tell they're queuing up for. They're queuing up to fire a volley. You can see something moving around.
Can we see how any of the people moving around are dressed? Or are they too far away?
Give me a notice roll. No, they're pretty close to you now. I mean, they're 25. They're 25 yards.
Need to get me some glasses.
25 yards off your starboard bow.
There's Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow.
Doc,
Would I be on the deck then at this point or no?
you were probably tinkering around with the engine, and you're way down in the bottom of this ship, so I'm not even sure you're aware of what's going on yet.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering.
So somebody might
I'm
need
assuming
to.
I'm assuming there's some way that we can communicate with the engine room.
Yeah, the little thing that
They
you
have
ring the bell with. There goes my fucking camera again. What's the deal with the camera?
And your audio. That seems to
You
be
did
fine.
robot out for a moment.
It's when I got active, so I wonder if I got a cable loose on something. Might be a network cable. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, you need an IT guy, I think.
Yeah, one that has time to work on his own stuff too.
Right.
Yeah, so nothing happens, and it comes to the Black Horse's turn. Now, Luke, you're piloting this boat right now, so there are different things that you can put the Black Horse on hold and let everyone decide what they're going to do, how they're going to assist you or the crew or man the guns or whatnot. And then you can do, your maneuver roll, and we'll adjust the bonuses or whatever accordingly. Yeah, Doc Fong, you noticed that they, not really, just a random conglomeration of different things, but they, unlike the ship, they look more solid of form, and they're very jerky in their movements as they're walking along the deck on this thing. They're kind of, it's really weird looking, like almost like electricity or something running through their body.
So you're saying pirate zombies?
Who knows?
That's what I'm hearing.
That's what I'm hearing as well.
Pirate
They're not Pawnee.
zombies. Two
It's
great
like,
tastes
not
that
looking.
taste great together.
They maybe Timmons. It's hard to tell their nationality while they're being, rambling about dead.
Well, I never heard of them on the ship. You?
Perhaps they have trained in new ways to hunt you down.
Shit.
Don't encourage Timmons. I mean, scare Timmons.
You guys, these things are
Timmons already scared.
barreling down on you.
I'm going to try to move the ship the hell away. Run away!
Okay.
Run away!
Do
I'm
you
gonna-
do you want to hold and wait to see if you get the crew's help behind you, or because remember the ship has just come to the sails are furled.
Oh, right.
HG's
Can
got
I
the
bark
engine
out
shut.
orders?
Yeah, you can bark out orders.
Yeah, I'm going to tell them to weigh anchor, get this shit moving.
Well, you haven't
tell
dropped the
HG to
anchor yet. You were
right
just
here.
getting ready to drop the anchor, so that hasn't happened.
Timmons
Okay.
is fluffing the sails, however he does to do that.
With his gavel.
Unfurling the sails. Clack, clack, clack.
He's gonna fluff the sails.
So you're going to direct. So Timmons is just
climb up the mast or whatever.
you
and
guys
fluff
can
the
all kind of
sails.
tell me what you're doing and how you're assisting in your actions, or are you going to take an aggressive action against them, defensive action, or a maneuvering type of action? So let's start. Albert's not here. Alonzo.
Question. Where are the guns placed on this ship? Are they on both sides, or is there one pointing forward like a bow chaser and one pointing backwards a stern chaser?
You have.
Port and starboard.
Let me share that with you. Yeah, you've got these Gatling guns up front here, and then on the
Okay.
sides you have 3 cannons down each side. This ship coming at you is a galleon. It's got 8 down one side
Oh,
of it.
fuck. It's a big ship.
Yeah.
It's taller.
You're in a
And
galley.
it's behind us. It's a big ship, so hopefully it'll be slower than us.
I don't think it is.
It's a
'Cause
ghost
he-
ship though, so it doesn't get to play by the rules.
Well, he did
Um,
mention something about a speed bonus, which means.
Well,
that
what I
he-
mentioned was that the sails seemed full of wind, even though the wind's not
Oh.
blowing, not really moving. And this thing's just coming on out of the fog hard.
Right.
There are also Gatling guns at the back.
Gatling guns at the
looks
back,
like.
yes.
I'm moving to one of the Gatling guns at the back and readying it.
Okay.
Unless we have a crew that mans the guns. I don't think we do we? They just sail?
Pretty much.
Well, I think the crew can help reload the guns, reload the weapons
Yeah,
on the
they
ship.
were helping to reload before.
Yeah, they can
Yeah,
help
right.
reload. I mean, you could command them to fire the weapon, but that gets into. I'd really rather not do that because now I've got to come up with an NPC that
Yeah, no, I
and
would rather not
yeah.
have them involved at all.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Also,
So
all right,
Alonzo's probably
then,
a lot better shot.
I'll be readying the Gatling gun on the port side rear.
okay, port side rear Gatling gun. Let me minimize that.
Port stern, isn't it?
Yes, port side stern.
Okay, you're back there. You're kind of waiting for them. You think they're going to come on around you then. All right, so Alonzo, Doc Fong, what are you doing?
Well, he's currently in the pointy bit, which I think has a different name, but I'm pretty sure pointy bit is the technical term.
Bow and then out on the end is the bowsprit.
Yeah, so he's towards the pointy bit. Could I do a notice to make sure that I don't see any rocks? Then I can be like, "Hey, look out! There's rocks." I don't want us to crash in the middle of being chased by a ghost ship.
So yeah, you want to help. You want to help kind of guide the ship
Oh,
so that he
good
can.
idea.
Because remember, there's sandbars and rocks all through here. Luke, you kind of maneuvered this thing around. We're not going to use that map that I showed you of the cove, but it kind of gave you a layout of it. And so you kind of moved your way back in here. You know it's going to be rough getting out of here. So he's going to assist you. That'll give you a +2 if his assist bonus is successful. And it was with a raise. So I think that'll give you a +4. So right now you're at a +4 to maneuver this boat, if you want to maneuver it. HG Willikers, you're down in the engine room. You might, think maybe I need to let somebody know that I'm going to be working on this engine tonight, or maybe you need a flask of whiskey or something. I'm not going to say that you're so far away that you unsure what's happening. You're like coming up the stairs and you get underneath the main deck and you hear feet running all over, and that can only mean one thing. You just hear feet running all over the wooden deck. So, this round you can dash and make your way up onto the deck and take an action next
Hey,
round
Marv.
if you'd like. Yeah.
I did tell somebody to go down there and tell HG to pretty much get the engines going and kick it up to 11.
Okay, so he's down there getting the engines going, kicking it up to 11.
Yeah,
HG,
he turns out.
yeah, you know that.
Yeah, he turns around and I start yelling at my crew and Mandarin down there. Get him shoveling Ghost Rock in. Get it ready.
Firing things up. Okay, well, I think that changes the tempo a little bit, doesn't it?
It might, just a little bit.
You guys hear the steam start to hiss through the pipes. The unmistakable scream of the ghost rock catching fire and igniting.
I do not like that sound.
The big old prop starts to turn on this thing, and it begins to lurch and move forward. I'll give you a +2. No, I will not use a negative against your boating roll because he was able to fire up the engine if you give me a successful engine roll. Or, weird science, mechanics, some kind of... Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Ouch.
All right, time to turn down the screaming ghost rock.
Yeah, because I have a feeling that it may have just exploded.
Oh, wow. I didn't anticipate that happening, but that's... Okay, so let's see. There is a table for this somewhere here.
Oh no. HG explodes. Oh
I
no.
wasn't actually casting something.
Don't
But yeah,
you-
it might explode still.
Don't you have a link to Malfunctions table, HG? I'm still trying to get... I do like the sidebars, but I'm not used to it yet. The sidebar, just the words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Like, unfortunately, it doesn't link
I
anything
don't-
very well.
I don't
with
even-
this. Like, I've always had to look through
There's
the
a-
books to find everything.
There should be a
Yeah, it's
table.
out of control table.
Well,
Well, that doesn't apply because it's
yeah, it's not a maneuver.
vehicle per se.
But I thought it was called the... it's not...
Something like backfire.
It's not misfire.
Well, there's one when it's like my gadget
Dynamic
For-
backlash.
using my spells explodes. I wasn't sure if that's what we're talking about, or if it's the actual vehicle. Like,
Well, is Ghost Rock is considered part of weird science, if I'm not mistaken.
That has to do
So-
with...
I mean, it might not be your creation per se, but you at least know the
Backfire's
ins
not
and
it
outs.
either.
Well, as
Damn
one
it.
thought, on the critical hit table, there is something,
I'd say
a result for the engine getting hurt.
Ah, this
Yeah,
is true.
Whenever someone using a scientist gizmo rolls a 1 on their trait roll, regardless of the result of their wild die, it explodes, erupts, or otherwise breaks in the most spectacular, injurious
Well,
manner possible.
yep. So
Causes
that tells you
2d6
right there.
damage in a medium burst template centered on the user.
Okay, so you take 2d6, and how many of your crew is down here with you? You got 15?
I think I had like 4 of the Chinese
4?
workers.
Okay, so these are all mooks, and so roll your damage. It's probably not going to fare well for the crew.
I don't think it's going to fare well for anybody.
Why don't you just roll 2d6? You're going to make a combat thing to.
Uh,
I have a 2d6
I say
damage on
just
my
roll the
combat.
damage.
yeah, just
'cause
roll the
they probably
damage.
have of
I'm
what,
not going to
4,
put them on.
maybe
I
5?
just want to see how much damage that they take. We're going to roll 1 for everybody. Uh-oh.
No, that's
12.
not too
Yeah,
bad.
that's not too bad. But it's probably enough to give them all a wound, and they're all mooks. You know, their toughness is going to be 5.
Yeah, so
And it
that would
doesn't.
be
Yeah.
2 wounds.
So yeah. So you've got 4 dead Chinese sailors at your feet, and pieces of the engine.
Not only 1 wound, but 2.
And adjust yourself accordingly there, HG. However that 12 points would work out on you. Is that a wound?
That's probably nothing for HG.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's definitely. I don't take damage well at all.
Okay.
Oh, I
It's
thought you had a high
my
toughness.
and then a raise.
No, that's your parry that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the lowest toughness. He's like the glass cannon.
Yeah. That's why I'm surprised he's still alive. Like, I have a d4 -1 vigor.
It's
My
because your
toughness
parry's
is
so
only a
high, they
4,
can't hit you.
so
So you
I
don't,
take
you don't,
3
but
wounds.
you take 3 wounds from that?
I have a 4 toughness, right?
Oh,
So
fuck.
Ooh.
that would be.
Well, it'd be 8,
Yeah.
12, so it'd be 2 wounds.
So
It'd be
it
2 wounds.
blows
Two
you
wounds.
2 wounds. Yeah. 8, 12 is, or 4. Yeah. It
And
blows
shaking,
you
right?
over into the corner and you're shaking. Yeah. You're like, fuck. And you're probably pissed. Because you're not sure what's going on. And you knew that you needed to work on this engine. But right now all you can think of is what the fuck just happened. You kind of clear your head and you can see these dead sailors laying around.
Crank it up to level 10, he says.
Timmons, let's go to Timmons first, and then we'll do Luke and the boat's turn.
Tim is like, man, the mainsail.
You're gonna help with
mainsail.
getting the thing moving too. Okay. So your starting
I don't know if I need
speed.
to climb up the mast or whatever.
No, you just start directing the sailors and grabbing ropes
got
off of the cleats and undoing the ropes and letting the sails out and because you could hear this explosion down in the hole and you're like fuck, and then this
Here, the
oh
whole ship like
stinking, yeah,
launched up in
the
the
whole
air.
ship just boom, and the smell, you know, it's a ghost rock explosion, and hell, the damn ship may be on fire. We'll roll for that here in a little bit, but okay, so you are going to, so there will be no penalty to getting the ship underway then. This is a chase, Brad. As we get going, there may be some combat involved in it too. I don't know. So nothing on that table there. I'm gonna move this back over here. And okay, Luke, you are piloting this boat, would be my guess. You don't leave the wheel,
Yes.
do you?
Nope.
All right. So you're
It's going to take me 8 hours with weird science to repair.
you're down for the night with the engine anyway. Good thing is things got sails on it, and you got a crew that knows how to use them. That was smart getting the Chinese crew of sailors. Okay, so Luke, what are you you gonna leave the wheel or you gonna maneuver this boat?
I'm going to maneuver the boat.
Okay, you got a
We
plus.
need to get the hell out of
You
here.
got a +4 on your boating roll. And tell me what you want to do. I mean, you're facing this direction.
Well,
So you can do different things, like you can change
basically,
position
I'd like
as an action or
basically what
free
I'd like.
action.
Well, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about turning a little bit and just heading due south and get the hell out of the the lagoon bay or whatever you want to call it. And I was thinking of using it as an action to get an extra +2.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. Oh, okay. Well, I'll take the raise.
All right. So you can actually move.
Oh, black horse.
Do what?
The horse
Oh,
in the
the
black
black
horse
horse
name
tricked it.
triggered a sound.
So you'll have to move at least one forward towards this ship. Now all this is kind of happening at the same time. They're loading the cannons. You guys are all doing this shit. So we line it all up, and then everything just kind of happens all at once. So you're going to have to move into that square. Are you going to continue on, or are you going to try to turn and run due south?
Yeah, I'm going to try to turn and go due south.
Okay. And you have no clubs, so that's good. No difficulties there. You've got a +4 to your maneuver bonus plus another +2, so you got a +6 right now to your maneuver roll.
Yeah. Do you need another one? Because I
Did
rolled
did
an
you
8.
an 8? Okay.
Yeah.
And you actually have +6, so 9. All right, so you got a raise. That means you can move.
Well, no, I have a fear point too, so it deducted 1.
Oh, gotcha. You can move into 2 squares. Like you can move into one and then through it and into another one.
All right, so basically, I apparently can't pick up the token.
Really?
Yeah, they're NPC tokens. Welcome to Unity.
Just tell me where you want to go.
That's
I
away.
think you-
Can I? Is that the extent of as far as I can go, or you mean?
No, well, no. You can
Okay.
travel a total of 6 small squares.
2
Let me put it
cards.
that way.
Okay.
It's
6.
two cards. Yeah, 2 cards.
Oh, 2 of the playing cards on the.
Yes. And
So
each playing
Jack
card
and
is
4, right?
yeah, but he would have to. Yeah, I guess you can
I mean, I
crank
can
it hard and
understand.
go that way. Yep, you would have to. You would
Well,
if you
I mean,
turn.
I would be okay with going like. Well, we probably want to avoid that Joker, to be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna turn it hard to port and get
Okay.
us there.
So
Well,
you're going to move to here, and then to here. So that's 1 square, and then 2 that way. See what I mean? You just enter that second square. And now you're facing that direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Ship up, Marbania?
Hmm?
The token, make that token bigger? Like way bigger. It looks like you got the back of the ship going forward.
No, these are the sails.
Oh, okay. It just looks funny.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the front.
Yeah, it looks strange from top down like that. Okay. And loop maneuvered. You guys moved. Next round. Oh,
Oh wow, we both pulled a key.
they got a spade though.
No, they got a club.
Oh, that
I mean a club. A club. Yep.
That's the fun one. Ooh, and they're on a club.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Club squared. Is that a some sort of cube at that point?
Yeah, but this club doesn't really. I don't think it affects them how they. We'll see.
Yeah, that's the one that gives them the -2 and treat a critical failure. A failure is a critical failure.
Yep, treat as a critical failure on a maneuvering roll. That's if it's a failure. And modifier is -2. All right, so the black horse. Again, you're going to hold the black horse's turn?
Yeah, let everybody else go for do my maneuvering roll.
Oh, shit. That is not...
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
I guess we can't do it that way. Albert's not here. Alonso, what are you going to do this round?
All right, this gun is loaded and ready to go. This ship is still facing towards us, right?
Yes.
And it's coming full blast.
Now, you could probably move across the stern and grab this other Gatling gun if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah, that's what I want to do. If the one I'm on won't arc to
because you're
hit that ship.
Yep, you're gonna be able to fire. Well, I don't know. It might be able to hit that arc. Can you draw a cone out there?
Give me a sec. That's not a cone.
So that side of the ship. Yeah, probably not. You'd probably have to run across the back of the deck. That doesn't look like a cone, does it? I think it's different because of the chase map.
It is. No, that's what a Savage World cone looks like.
Okay. So yeah, you could move to this other gun if you wanted to.
I will do that because I'm pretty swift of foot. I'll move to the other gun and I can see a crow's nest. I want to take a shot at the crow's nest.
Called shot on a moving unstable platform.
Yeah, why the hell not?
Okay.
At least you get a lot of shots.
So yeah, that's that would be -2 for the
Kelly wants
unstable
to play
platform.
a adventure card.
Okay.
I guess I don't need to play just yet. Go ahead.
All right. So you got -2 for unstable platform.
Oh, I also wish to play a.
Hang
yeah,
on. Time out.
go ahead.
And called shot -2 or 4 for called shot.
I don't know.
Depends on how big it is. Because
Yeah,
the limit is 2 and
yeah.
the head is 4.
Yeah, this is a ship, so it should have,
I think that's one of those
it should be
GM
real
discretion.
easy to hit.
The ship would be the crow's nest a little bit harder, so I'm going to give you an additional -2 to try to hit the crow. So that's a -4 total.
Is there a range penalty as well?
It'll calculate all that. So just target. Here's what we'll do. So you can open up the black horse, right?
Yeah.
And I will take Alonzo, put him as the. Try to. There we go. Now.
And make sure you have it set to the rate of fire 3.
Can Gatling.
Oh, yeah.
Rate of fire is 3 on the black horse. So if you open up the black horse, there's a Gatling gun on the combat tab. You're currently the boater on there.
Okay. I see. Hold on. That's under inventory, under vehicles, right? Okay, I see it. Gatling. Just click that.
Is your token there? You need to have your token there.
You can drag it from token.
You can drag it from your sheet onto the gun, and then it'll populate your skills and such.
Do what now, Brad? I didn't know that part. Drag. Can you repeat that?
Yeah. So you need to. You can drag your token from your sheet onto the gun you're using, and then you'll get for Doc Fong, he's got a D8 in shooting, so he has a D8 now there.
Well, I just drug Alonzo on as the boater, and that should have changed all the.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. So that's yeah. So you just target the ship and then fire the Gatling gun at it, or drop the
We
dice.
can't target. We can't really target. I don't know if it's going to do it right with our characters targeting the thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
we're not on the map.
We're not on
And
the map together.
just to make
Let me
sure,
try
Alonzo,
this.
you have the number 3 on your shooting die there on the Gatling gun.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Am I
already in the
looking in
ship.
the right place?
Yeah, at the rate of fire.
I need something to drink. I'll be right back.
Let's see, Alonso. We could just target that ship right there. So if you get a raise, you hit your target, and then we'll see what kind of damage you do to whoever's in the crow's nest.
Do you have your shooting die there that you can drag, Alonzo?
Do I drag it onto that? Give me a second here.
You're targeted on them, so you should just be able to.
All right.
I know.
Am I looking in the right place? I went to inventory on my character sheet,
Mhm.
opened up vehicles, and clicked on that and got the little black horse. Now I'm on Gatling and I can see a little box that says apply. When I click on that, it did the
You don't want to apply. You need to, if you drag your token right where it says apply from your character sheet. It seems like sometimes it doesn't always. If
all right.
the
Did
GM
that because I tried that, it didn't do anything. Oh, now it's targeted.
Oh wait,
All right.
do you have the black horse unlocked at the top?
No.
Yep. There, it's locked.
I have seen that sometimes
Okay.
when the GM does it, and it doesn't always sync up with what the player has.
Okay, so I locked it.
You want it unlocked though.
I want to unlock it. Okay, it's now unlocked again.
There we go. Now I'm on it.
That's the first of 3.
So one other thing, it's not quite. If you right click on your shooting die on the Gatling gun, and you go to the number die.
Okay.
Yeah, unlock the sheet first. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
we just did that.
Okay.
Yeah, you go to the number die and then select 3x. It should do the right pew
There
pew
it goes.
pewery.
All right, that didn't have the other penalties in it because I re-rolled, so
Yeah,
each of those should be 4 less. So
yeah, it still would
they
have
were
missed.
all misses.
Yep.
All right. I've never fired anything so big before. No more ball trap.
It's like pa 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 pa. This thing starts getting like all out of control on its mount. So we come to Doc Fong, who is assisting.
I was, but I just heard a big explosion coming from below.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
that
you
reminds
felt it.
me. That reminds me. Can I play my card?
You can now.
All right.
Yep.
This is for the guys in engineering.
I like it.
Flesh wound. Play to cause all allied extras wounded in this encounter to rise immediately, unshaken and unharmed. It's a Christmas miracle.
It's just a flesh wound.
All right, so Doc, you start running down to the engine room. It'll be next round before you can make it down there.
We faking. That was April Fool joke. April Fool joke.
All right, HG. It's cocked. Oh, you remain shaken unless you spin a die.
I'll spin my weight chip.
All right. remove shaken status, you get to looking around you, and you can see what at first you thought were dead sailors, and you're trying to kind of gather your thoughts, ringing in your ears and shit, and you can see pieces of steel sticking through the wood in the stern of the ship in the transom, and you notice these Chinese sailors start moving around a little bit. They're like, well, you can understand their language. They're cussing like crazy. What the ba 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 ba? And start cussing, and they're yelling at each other like, fishmongers at a market or something.
I'm getting up. I'm gonna start by trying to heal myself.
Oh. Okay, let's see. You are not on a spade, are you? No, they are.
That's not the problem, right? Trait roll for casting a weird science came up as a
Uh-oh.
natural 1.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So do
So
you
as they were-
wound yourself?
Oh no, I blow up like we described
Boom.
in a radius around me for 2d6.
My sailor
I just
friend.
crit
Freaking-
failed, and
You're
then that
freaking-
failed.
Your shaky hands reaches for your flask, and you take the top off, and you're trying to get a drink, and you're spilling it all over, and you realize that there's chunks of smoldering ghost rock on the floor, and it spills. Boom! Another explosion goes off as you going down the stairs, Doc.
Oh, so much for the engineers I just brought back from near death.
That wouldn't have hurt anybody though.
Oh, okay.
They all would have had
Everybody's
toughness of
eyebrow.
5.
Everybody's missing eyebrows though.
Yeah. They all look like a bunch of Hindu monks now. Up in the mountains, Tibetan monks.
I
No
don't
hair.
count if it. Oh no, that would just shaken me. All right. Yes, I'm shaking again.
Thing I'll say.
All right,
And I can't heal for.
I
So I
suspect that you're
spend
mostly
another
shaken because you
2d6
dropped your
hours.
whiskey.
Yeah, it's gonna cost me 11 hours to brew new healing
Oh
potion.
fuck! 11 hours to brew healing potion on top of 8 hours to fix the ship. That's 19 hours. You guys might be sitting here for a while if HG makes it through this. Luke,
If we all
let's
make-
go to
we haven't
Timmons
sailed.
first,
We have sails.
and then I'll let you again move with the ship if you continue to stay at the wheel. Now, at any time, Veno, you can say no, he's leaving the wheel, and you can, because you do have a Chinese boat pilot that's kind of standing here next to you. But then you're going to be relying on some mook's boating roll of a D4.
No.
Timmons is assisting the sails, trying to.
Hello,
keep
Diablo
'em-
Bob.
Keep them in the fluff.
Come back see us when you
Keep
get them
'em
kitties in
moving,
bed.
Keep them blowing.
Keep them turned to
That didn't
what
sound good.
little wind we might have.
Yeah, get your kids to
He's
sleep. Come
fanning
back see
them.
us.
However, I need to help get this boat moving.
Brad says HG is ass bloating.
Something's going on. There's all sorts of explosions and fire.
Okay, so Timmons gives you a +2 to your maneuver roll. Luke, it's your turn. Your boating roll with +2
So
now.
hold on one second.
Oh.
If you roll more than one raise, can we move even further?
No, you can move.
No, the max
Yeah.
is 2.
Okay, never mind.
Give me that. I guess a boating roll, Timmons, because you're trying to handle these sails and stuff to see if you're successful at assisting him to get his
That
+2
seems
bonus.
fair.
You're not on a club, so it's a trait roll is natural 1. It doesn't matter. Thank goodness for wild die. And that's a success, and that actually gives him a +4 on his maneuver roll because you got a raise. So +4 in your maneuver roll, Luke, and tell me what you're going to do with the ship first.
We got the wind, he says. We got the wind.
Well, if I believe that we have a tailwind, I'm going to keep her straight and just push her as best as I can while dodging obstacles and such.
Okay. So set a path. You're just going to keep heading, chucking south, huh? Trucking.
Now, I do have a question. Are we currently on the Jack of Spade or the Eight of Spade?
You're on the 8 of spades. Can you see the red box around the 8 of spades?
We
No.
don't have the boxes.
No.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's the 8 directly around it.
Yeah. It's all
Okay.
the squares bordering the card.
I got you. Well, where I'd like to go is right next to that Joker.
You can do that, but you're not. Let's see. How does that read then?
I mean, if I roll a raise on it, if I go past the Joker, I'm okay with that too.
Hold steady is a free action, so you can hold steady on this course. Straight ahead. Flee. So you're trying to flee, actually.
Except we're not far enough away.
No, you're not. You're not. So you could evade. Speed bonus, rider, runner, ship.
Maneuver. The basic
You don't get
maneuver
speed
action
bonus.
to move card.
They're faster
Wait
than
a
you.
second. Diablo Bob gave Timmons a hit with a raise in the chat. So does that mean does he get a +6 on the roll?
A hit with a raise. Well, that's a hit with a raise. So, what are you? But are you firing anything? You're not firing anything, are you?
No, I rolled my
No.
trait.
He's
my
doing
Oh.
voting.
Oh,
He
okay.
did get a raise.
So that's not. But that's not a hit. You're not in combat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you get in combat, remember that you've got that hit with the raise coming to you.
Maybe he punched the sails.
So, yeah, Timmons is trying to get the ship
sail.
underway right now.
I have a first mate. Her name is Moki.
Change position, action to free. A character or driver may change his position by making a maneuver roll as free action. Success allows him to move up or down 1 chase card and up to 2 with a raise. So you can move, either up 2, this way 2, or
I thought he was just aiding for my role.
I'm talking to you, Vino.
Oh.
Yeah, he's aiding you. He's giving you, because he got a raise on it, so you got a +4 to your maneuver roll.
All right.
Your
So
boating
yeah, I'm
roll.
basically just going to head east on the map, which is actually south.
Right. Oh, good thing for the +4. Let's see. Boating fear. The trait roll was not a natural 1. Oh, that's right. Oh, hang on a second.
We need another fear check, don't we?
Yeah, if a trait roll is a natural 1, regardless of. So Timmons got a trait roll, a natural 1. And
it still succeeds, but there's some sort of consequence.
Yeah, I'm trying to find where it says that in here.
Which kind of makes sense, really.
I thought it was just.
No, it's critical failures is all I see. Critical failures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things that upgrade regular failures to critical failures.
Yeah, if you've got a hindrance or something that upgrades your failure to a crit, like HG does, and that's different. So.
Yeah.
All right. So you do succeed at moving. You don't get that race. You can move up to 1 square. I'm assuming it's in that direction.
Yes, that is exactly where I wanted to go. Okay. Everybody happy with being on the Joker? Okay, good.
It's a lot better to beat on the club.
The trait roll is a natural 1 thing, is a casting thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
so if I
arcane background.
If I do something on Hexslinger and roll a trait roll of 1, I think I'm shaken.
Gotcha.
Isn't that also friendly fire on a shotgun?
Yeah, if you're shooting into melee.
Or backfire. Or backfire.
Oh, hey, look, there's a dude over there. Now he's shot too.
Yeah, if you're shooting into melee, there's a penalty for a trait roll of 1 with a shotgun. If I remember correctly, and I may not. We've been playing this game for a year, and I'm still here. It was. I thought it was a game that didn't have very many rules, but yeah.
5e for a while, no one understands grappling either. So
it's more. I think it's a rule set that's more about telling a story than really focusing on particular rules per se.
I think it was intended to duplicate cinematic action. It
Yep.
wants
Right.
the game to feel like you're playing in an action movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. And I've got an appreciation for it. I kind of like the way that they've set this chase thing up. Our former well, I don't even know what you'd call him, Drake, but Geo Quester had kind of a chase thing set up in his game that he was, well, not trying to
He did
sell.
that pretty good.
He did. He did. That was pretty
When
good.
we played that chase scene, that was pretty good. I thought
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yep. I really wish he would have finished that project, man. I'd take
I
what
didn't
he's
care about
got.
the project. I just wanted to play on the damn game, dead bastard.
Yeah. Yep. Clubs. Make a maneuvering roll -2 as a free action. Treat failure as a crit failure on a maneuvering roll. Okay. So the boat will move here in a little bit. That's what he's going to be doing. These guys. You guys have pulled away from them. They're trying to man the cannons. So all they can do is maneuver the boat right now. They're not in a position because there's nothing. All this thing's got is cannons down the side of it. So he's going to do his. Oh, you're right, Brad. I'm getting it backwards, aren't I? You're absolutely right. Maneuver roll is first. So the Fegeführer, it with its dwarvish German dwarf crew, just tries to catch up to you guys. Got a -2 there, but they're a faster ship, which gives them. Let's see. Speed bonus adds 1 to his maneuver roll to change position, or 2 if he's twice as fast. He's not twice as fast as 1. So he's going to take his +1, which gives him a -1. That is a raise. All right, so he prepares to move. These guys prepare to fire. I should be able to lock these tokens. So there's one space. He comes right up beside you.
Oh, crap, 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 crap.
That was his move. You guys now, you see this ship pull up beside you, and those who said, it looks like jerky zombie sailors, that's exactly what it looks like. But amongst them, you see 4 what looks like, first the mist is kind of swirling, and then it materializes into these 4 beings. 3 of them are moving around the deck, and one of them is standing there grinning at the wheel. And I think that's not him. Well, there he is. I do have an image. You guys see this guy piloting the wheel as he just kind of fades into existence, and he's grinning and he's pointing his finger right at you. And as he does this, the cannons down the side of this ship start to go off.
Brace for impact.
I'm gonna move him. Open this
What's the
guy
distance
up.
on the chase map? Or does it really matter?
The distance on the yeah, it does matter. Each square is 25 yards. So you
Okay.
can move up to about 200 yards in a round. And the GM can also break it up, and I can say this chase map represents a period of time of 8 hours. If you were out on the open sea and they were chasing you down, I would say this whole thing is taking place over the course of several hours, instead of several minutes. But each round right now is probably 5 to 10 minutes for each round instead of 6 seconds like in combat, in melee combat. So this guy fires. Why the hell can't I? Well, that's stupid. Brad, how do I put the NPC over here on the ship? There we go. All right.
There's that damn horse again.
Yeah.
It's
And
gargantuan.
that's a miss.
That is a big ship.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Boom! Hit with a raise. So let's see, 4 miss. So he did not fail or crit fail because he's on a club. 4 hit with a raise. Okay. See if it does anything. Uh-oh. So the
Okay.
black horse can't be shaken. Yeah.
So no damage.
It's
Yeah, you
RP
might need to
proof
go
410. Shake.
delete
Yes.
that trigger.
Yeah. Nah, it's fun. It's fun. It's your boat screaming out as it gets pelted all to shit.
What is our
So those three do what?
toughness is 10 or 12. So they did more damage than our toughness. The driver has to make an out of control roll, or a maneuvering roll to avoid going out of control.
If it does more damage than your toughness,
Which it did.
which it did.
It did, but now Venno has to do a
Yep.
boating roll.
A boating roll.
do.
You're on a joker though, so that will give you a +2. The character or vehicle is bumped up to 2. Chase car, you're not doing that on your. So yes, I'll give you a +2 roll on your maneuvering roll, boating. A +2. That's a success. Okay. And 3 cannons were fired, which leaves another 5 down this side of the ship. These zombies are incapable of firing them, so these 3 of these ghostly visages move towards these cannons and fire the things. And then you see zombies start to reload the cannons. And the captain the whole time is laughing and he's cursing at his crew, cracking the whip. Of course, you don't hear a sound coming from this thing. You don't even hear their cannons go off, but you feel the impact as it hits the ship. And with that, we will go to the next round, but we're going to take a break because it's almost 8:30 and
We get our turn before the next round.
do what now?
Oh, it went first this round, so we haven't actually had our
No,
turn yet.
No,
No.
we went first.
You went first. You guys got
Remember
the King
we
of
moved up
Hearts.
the Joker?
They got the King of
Yeah,
Clubs. Yep.
No, yeah, that was this round.
Yeah.
We haven't dealt cards yet, I don't think.
Yep.
But
For the-
now we did, and you guys got a Joker.
Woo!
And they got a fucking club again. That might be your
Yay.
saving grace.
Yeah, but
Game rules.
Joker.
Sucks to be them.
Their complication is the Joker, though, so it's not bad.
Yeah, it can't be too bad. What color Joker is that? I don't know if you can tell the difference on. I think it's the red Joker. I can't tell. All right, we'll let me queue up a timer. We'll start that. Give you guys a little bit of music. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. So you don't have to stick around like right now, but make sure you come back.
It looks like it's the red because if you zoom in, it's got more red at the bottom, and the other one has more black at the bottom. So that's my theory.
We're back. So welcome back everybody. If I get my back, speaking of backs, if I get mine lined out, be doing much better. Who said it? What a drag it is getting old. All right, goodbye,
Mick
pretzel.
Jagger.
Yeah, that's right, Mick Jagger. You know what? That's worth the bit.
For Jingo or for McJag?
For Jingo the fool. No, he's not on that ship. I won't give that ship a penny. Oh shit. I guess the white horse, the black horse has a white chip too.
I'm
Tried to
okay with
minimize
this.
that. All right, so here we are, top of round 3 in our chase scene. So what's happened in the very beginning of this, the first 15 minutes, you guys see this thing moving across this cove at you. It's just like it came out of the mist, like right out of the side of the mesa. And you hadn't even dropped the anchor yet. HG's still shutting the engine down, and you're like, oh shit. And get the sails or get this thing going, and HG tries to fire up the Ghost Rock engine and it explodes everywhere. The Chinese engine crew that he's got with him, that he's been working with him and teaching them how to work on this thing, they're down, they're injured. Then all of a sudden they're not, and then blah blah blah. Alonzo runs over to the Gatling gun on the back. He's like, okay, they're going to come around here, and then he realizes that shit, they're coming up on that side. So he runs across the back of the stern, or the back of the stern of the ship, grabs the Gatling gun and just pow pow pow, and it kind of goes crazy. And he's like, holy shit, I'm not used to firing one of these things. And Luke is just pouring the steam on, and Timmons and the rest of the sailors are trying to get the sails unfurled, and you finally grab some wind, and you let them out so much that it's taken. There's like 6 guys holding the ropes down on these mainsails, and they're trying to get them tied down and wrapped around these cleats so that they don't get out of control and that you guys can maintain your wind. But it's sheer manpower holding these ropes right now against this little bit of wind you've got trying to get out of here. We're at the top of the round. The black horse goes first. It's got a joker, and I believe, if I can get this stuff out of my way, you guys are on a joker as well. So what does that mean for us, real quick?
+4.
Let's see.
That's what I think it should mean. +4.
Not a failure, damage. You get the joker bonus naturally, but you also get complications table. You get a +2 modifier for your joker bonus, basically. And the character or vehicle is bumped up to 2 chase cards. So you can move 2 chase cards this round without getting a raise. Is that right? Bumped up to 2 chase cards?
That sounds accurate. Brad?
Because if you draw a club and you're on a joker.
Oh, failure result. I see. Okay, so you just get your +2, but the joker could help out if anybody rolls, I guess, a crit fail or something on their turn. So top of the round, black horse needs to make a maneuver roll. What are you going to try to do? You can move, up to 2 squares away.
Just automatically without a roll, maneuver roll.
No, that's crit fail. No, I'm sorry. I went back to the failure. No, never mind. You get +2 on it though, right? Joker
Right.
bonus.
You want to go on to the other folks. I don't know if they want to fire the cannons at this thing
No,
or not.
you got to do your maneuver roll first. Brad pointed that out last round. He's absolutely correct, because you affect, like if you decide to do evasive maneuvers, you're whipping
it
affects everybody else.
You can also hold steady to get rid of the unsteady platform penalty.
Yeah, you can just hold steady and this thing just starts gliding along the top of these waves. Kind of evens out.
I don't see it hold steady on this
You
list.
put her up on a plane.
There it is.
All right.
Always give him the finger and run away too.
Now that's a free action. You can, as a free action, hold steady, and then as an action, you can, change position.
Well, I was also thinking I could technically do change position and evade, couldn't I?
Let's see. Evade is an action or free action, and change position is an action or free action. So, yes, but it depends on how you do.
Right.
Which one you choose as an action and which is a free action.
I was planning on changing position as an action and evading as a free action. That way, if they do want to take pot shots at it, at least it's not at a terrible penalty.
Okay. So, you get a +2 on your roll for character may also change position as an action, adding a +2 to your roll. So you can add +2, plus you'll get your bonus, your Joker bonus anyway. It should do that automatically. Right. So just put 2 in the modifier, and as a free action, you're going to evade.
All right, that's my change position.
Okay. That's a raise. So it gives you 2 squares.
So I guess I would go here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need another boating roll for evade.
Yeah, character drives zigzags through terrain, which you would have to.
Well,
because of the way you worked your way into this. Yeah. I mean, as a matter of fact, I'd almost say that's mandatory. I should have, put some thought into that, but it seems like you would have to evade trying to get out of here on, underway.
I don't think there's any sort of penalty for rolling the boating roll for evade. Is that correct?
The character draws to character.
I think so. It's just if you do it as a free action, you don't get as much of an evasion.
Right.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to penalize anybody too much.
That is not a success. The trait roll was a natural 1, but no, it's. Wait a minute. You moved into here. You're not on a club. I'm sorry, Brad. What was that?
The natural 1 shouldn't matter in this case because he did overall.
Yep. That's right. Peer bonus. Luke Cunningham. Okay. So you got no bonus on that, right? 4. That's still a success. So you're evading, and if you evade successfully, that gives you -2 penalty because you used your free action to do it. All right. Now we start with Alonso Perez.
All right. Can you push the chase grid again? I accidentally closed it.
That's all right.
Yeah, I hate it when I accidentally close windows that I'm actually actively using. I'll just go up and just close it. It's like, why the hell did I just do that?
Yeah, you close it like, wait a second, no, oh.
Okay, well then we will pull him out. I didn't catch that, so we'll pull him out of there, and he hasn't been taking actions anyway. Okay, so Alonzo, you are doing what? I'm sorry, had a bunch of tells coming.
Can you push the chase grid again? I accidentally closed it so I can see it.
It says it's shared with you.
All right, let me look under images. What's it called?
Ghost Ship Chase.
There we are. Found it.
It may have gotten minimized and you couldn't see the little icon thing for it.
I kept dropping it on his token and right-clicking and sharing, but and it says it's shared with him. But okay, good. All right, so we start with Alonzo.
All right, he's a long way off. Does it look like they're still faster than us? Did we just get lucky?
Looks like you've gotten lucky, and yeah, they definitely look like. I mean, this is a sleek. This is a heavy masted ship, let alone they've got some kind of supernatural wind in their sails, which that's
Yeah,
always
they can
fun.
easily overcome us.
Have you ever had supernatural wind in your sails?
I wouldn't know.
Why does this sound like the beginning of an infomercial?
Have you had magic beans?
Combine them with a can of snot pudding or snout
Snout,
paste.
snout paste,
Snout paste.
snout
The
paste
creator
with
of snout
snot
paste.
pudding on top. Do I want to try to take another shot at that ship? Yes, but this time I'm just going to shoot the ship.
Now they were on a joker, but you're no longer on a joker, are you?
No,
That's
you're
only
not.
for bad outcome, anyways.
Yeah, I think that's for
Yeah.
maneuvering rolls,
Well,
pretty much.
we still had a joker this turn, did we not?
Yes, you should still get the
Yes,
plus
you'll
2
get the
from.
+2. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I don't think you targeted. Oh yeah, Black Horse shooting
No,
Gatling 2, recoil 3 rolls.
Yeah, but it
6,
doesn't
4,
have a
7.
target.
Yeah.
oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, just target him and roll
So,
again, because none of those
all
would have
right.
hit him anyway. So I'll give you a free reroll.
Did that target him? Looks like it did.
Yeah, you have him. Your character has him targeted,
What?
and the black horse has him targeted, but I don't know if that's going to matter. Oh shit!
Bullseye.
Well,
But
we
it's
know at
not.
least one hits.
Yeah, I have him targeted on the combat tracker. I don't know why it didn't.
I think it's because we're not on the map.
Drag them directly on
Yeah,
Yeah, can you
roll.
just?
onto him.
Yeah, just yeah. You'll have to do each roll again though, because if you drag it from the chat,
Oh, you can do that.
yeah. Okay.
It goes
Right.
against its actual parry as opposed
It hit.
to for whatever.
Right. That's going against his parry. So yeah, you can't drag it from the. You just have to roll it again. But each time you'll have to.
I think when you initially roll it, if you drop it onto the token on the map,
Yes.
is what we figured out, it will do it.
There, I dropped it on directly at the combat tracker. Still didn't show
What
targeting.
the?
Oh,
It's because he's not on the map.
you know, it
If you
does
put him
say
on-
gargantuan versus large at the top.
It
So,
does.
That was dragging
Oh,
it.
yeah, that was dragging it.
Those are the
Yeah.
ones I dragged.
Yeah.
One of them hits though, with the raise from that last one.
The 31. I've got something here says attack 31.
Yeah, he rolled a, well. He rolled a 27, and you get a +4 against this because it's so big.
All right. So
Yeah,
roll
makes
your
it
roll
easier.
your
What's his
damage.
toughness? What's the toughness?
20.
Well, if you roll the damage
um,
with the
With-
raise button clicked,
Yeah, you
it
got to
should
hit the raise button
automatically
for
apply
sure.
it.
there,
Yeah.
there is under the weapon. There is no damage.
Oh, it's 3d6. 3d6 plus 1.
Wait, I thought it was 2d8.
It should be on
Oh,
the.
Gatling gun.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 2d8.
Yeah,
Hang,
Gatling
hang
gun is
on.
2d8.
Hang
Armor
on.
piercing
Hang,
2.
hang on.
Yeah, there's no
Combat
damage in there.
Gatling.
Yeah, I
What
had to
the
manually
hell?
adjust it when I logged in.
So how much? What is it? 2d8? Did you say?
Yeah, 2dx. 2d8.
Armor piercing 2.
All right. Armor piercing 2. Yes. Range rate of fire shots. Damage. 2d8. Lethal, non-lethal. It's lethal, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess. All right. Now does it have? Yeah, it does. Whoa.
Wah, wah.
Hey, at least I hit it.
Well, yeah, but we need to use the cannon against this thing.
Yeah.
It's got heavy armor.
And we'll have to wait for it to get beside us to use the cannon.
Yep. Doesn't
Or
look like you're gonna be
HG.
able to outrun it.
Can we
HG
can
will
we just throw
explode.
Yeah, can we just throw
HG.
HG at
What
it?
does this say? Speed specifically says target instead of character. Would it be able to target the ship? Speed says target. That's rules as written says target, not character. Or
Yeah, I looked through a bunch of the spells. I tried to find any sort of reference to it, and I couldn't. Like it just says you can the target's movement is doubled, whereas a lot of the other spells specifically say character or wild card. If they can
That
only
makes
target a
sense
wild
because I
card.
feel like you should be able to make a horse go fast.
you know, if you're down here in the engine room, so if you were up on deck and you said, well, hang on a second, you reached over there and grabbed a winch and started yanking on these sail leads, whatever the hell you call them, something like that, because your engine's shot. I don't know what it's going to take you 8 hours to fix the engine, 11 hours to heal. You're all fuckered up. And you're not even sure what the hell's outside.
Maybe he can put the transmission in neutral then, so we're not dragging the prop.
Well, so I was thinking more like the furnace. I had blown up that part of it. I didn't know if I'd be able to spark start the pistons or something like that. I was just trying to figure out something I could actually do.
Get a little burst of energy.
I would only be able to maintain it for a total of 9 rounds, and then that would be it.
All right, so Doc Fong comes bursting into the engine room down the stairs, and he's yelling. I don't know what language he's yelling in. You see 4 of your sailors laying on the ground trying to gather their senses. Looks like all their hair's been singed off of them. HG's in the corner. Half the hair on his side of his head's been singed off. His clothes are all singed, but he's still sitting there with a smile on his face, but he looks really bad, like he's dazed or something.
Well, if I can do hot iron and whiskey, as soon as I catch my breath, I'd like to grab a piece of hot metal from the floor, his dropped whiskey flask, and cauterize the wound on his chest while pouring whiskey in his face.
All
and
right.
hoping not to get those too confused.
There you go, HG. Play on a wounded character out of combat. All wounds are recovered. Wait a minute, character out of combat. Yeah, he's not in combat. No. That's not how that means. It means you can't be in combat. Well, you're not. You're in a fuck.
That's why I asked if we were in combat or in a chase, and you said we're in a chase.
Yeah. He's not
It's
in
not like
he's in the belly of the ship in the engine room. He's not
we don't
in
have
combat.
people directly shooting,
Right.
threatening us that we see.
Well, the ship did get shot.
I have an opinion because of the way Brad has role played it with playing the hot iron and whiskey, and he actually used hot iron and whiskey. I should let it slide.
I'm gonna let it slide. I've already made up my mind. I'm gonna let it slide. There we go, gang. Hot iron and whiskey adventure card. I'll put that up here on the stream for everybody to see. So that's what happens. Yeah, permanent scar that subtracts 2 from persuasion for the next game month. I don't know if you've got persuasion, HG, do you?
It no longer exists. My persuasion would already be a D4 minus
It's a
3.
charisma. There is a persuasion.
There is a persuasion.
Okay.
You do take
Then
this
is what happens. This is what happens. When you're in civilized company, you are so hideously burned around the face and the nose and the mouth. And you'll be able to work on this, maybe Doc Fong with his acupuncture over the next game month. But people actually will avoid you. Not only do you not have any persuasion, but if you're seen in public, you're kind of like John Merrill or John Merritt.
Have you seen his
Merritt.
character token, Marbania?
Yeah, but I mean, it's bad now. It's bad. He looks like completely disfigured, like his skin's all bubbled on his face and shit, and especially around his mouth where Doc just poured
All
whiskey
right.
over hot iron down his throat.
This is what I'm imagining he kind of looks like. A Mogwai drowned in diesel gasoline, or I should say doused in diesel gasoline, lit on fire, while on fire, thrown in the blender, and then pulled out and
Yeah, he looks bad.
extinguished.
He looks bad, Vino. He's
Smells
really
like
bad.
burnt flesh and
Okay, he plays a card.
Oh,
HG, you're miraculously, you're like, what the fuck? You can't hardly talk because your lips are all swollen.
on the plus side, he's also feeling inspired. Did you know that? Just for good measure.
Fair enough.
Oh, you played
I
that on
guess-
him?
If I can do that,
Well,
yeah.
From what I understand, I think it's everybody. It just
I thought
says
it
add
was-
+2 to trait rolls made to activate powers for the
Yeah.
remainder of this encounter.
Yep.
It doesn't specify any character.
Yep.
So
Technically, it doesn't specify only players
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
yeah, it could technically specify the or include
Yeah,
the
omission is by definition, permissible. The omission by definition gives permission.
So my theory is that when the whiskey, his special whiskey, burst into flames in the air, we all kind of inhale a little bit of that, and it just kind of infuses our lungs with burning and inspirational ghost rock carcinogens.
Yeah, so really in essence this ship is more like, this size. And yours is more
Does
like
anybody taste
that.
souls? I taste souls in the back of my mouth.
Give you an idea that you're still pretty close to this thing. All right, HG Willikers, you feel amazing and you feel inspired. It'll take you, it'll be the next round before you can get up to the top deck.
Okay.
And that's only because you're so inspired, but anyway.
Can I cast while I'm moving? Or
Yeah,
just assuming I'm
it's
running?
up to you. I mean, well, he has taken evasive maneuvers, though. Now, evasive maneuvers, don't they cause a penalty?
To attacking outside of the ship.
Yeah. Well, it's to doing anything, really. Everybody should be at a -2 because you're being kind of thrown around the ship as he's trying to dodge in and out of these rocks.
So it would counteract the arcane inspiration for this turn.
Pretty much.
All right, it says melee and ranged attacks against him, his vehicle, or anyone on it suffer a -2 penalty until the start of the next turn.
The evade.
The character and any occupants of it also take the penalty to their attacks, as it actually specifies all attack rolls.
Attacks, okay. Just attacks then. Very good. You can run and cast. You can move and cast.
Also, isn't
Okay.
HG used to staggering about while he's doing things?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But I mean,
well,
his poor old thing, his pace is only like 4 anyway.
We're all like going back and forth because of the maneuvers, and sudden they counteract for him, so he's walking perfectly straight.
So what do you
if I'm
do?
not in drunken stance, my pace is actually 5.
Oh,
I'm going to start by casting quickness on me as my first action.
the old standby. Quickness.
HG, I just heal you.
I want you to explain what just happened, HG.
Apparently, in the first explosion, I have damaged the numerous vials and jars I carry. As I keep opening them, they just keep blowing up in my face.
I know what it is. It covered you in a layer of ghost rock dust that
Everybody-
hadn't ignited yet.
No, it's. Does it say explode? You don't explode on this, do you? It's a quickness
Yep,
thing.
no,
Yes, he does.
I
That's
explode.
how- yeah.
I can no longer use quickness, healing. Yeah, quickness or healing.
Doc Fong,
And the
do you
engine is
take
broke.
does Doc Fong and these sailors take any damage here as you're trying to run out the room?
Medium burst template around me. centered directly on me.
Let's take a look at this map real quick. Medium burst template would be.
Well, I'm certainly right by him because I'm holding a whiskey bottle above his head.
I don't have the engine room opened on this map, but
Yeah, but it's
Ow.
like this, this whole upper deck. So medium burst template would be.
yeah, yep. You're gonna get everybody in the engine room
Again.
again, including Doc Fong.
Man, those 4 mooks just can't catch a break, can they?
So now we know specific ghosts that are going to be haunting you.
I think the Grim Reaper sticks his head down in the engine room and goes.
I should have rolled the
No,
other thing because
I
that
have
should
a
have
feeling
burst.
that Grim Reaper just sticks out the staff of his scythe and just trips HG while he's doing this to make it happen.
Yeah, so that's going to hit
14.
for 14.
Yeah, so I'm going to roll to soak that because, or try to, because that is 2 wounds for me.
Yeah. So just give me your vigor roll or your soak roll from your button. We won't. Oh, you've already got the wounds on there. No.
So
I
that'd
did
be
manage
1
to
wound.
soak 1
Yep.
for spinning a red die.
Can I use a blue chip to add on to my soak roll?
You can.
I
I
don't
can.
see why not.
Yeah.
That'll soak all my wounds.
There you go. HG, did you use a die?
What's up?
You used a red fate chip for something. What was that for?
To soak. To try to soak.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're soaking again?
Oh,
I thought
you
you
were
were adding
soaking?
Figure roll.
your 6.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
there
so
I
I
you
got
thought you were
a
doing
6
D6 to
total
your
on my
6. That's what I
D4
would have
instead.
done.
Yeah. So did you soak it all?
I did.
I should have soaked 1 wound then, right? With a 6 in my roll.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I took 1.
Yep. All right. So add that onto your sheet. I'm not going to apply the stuff to the ship just yet. Okay.
So my theory is that HG's explosions naturally avoid hurting whiskey bottles, and that's why I didn't get hurt in this thing.
All right. So we
You
come to
lit my
Timmons
pipe.
because Luke,
Simmons
you're
wants
driving
to
the ship.
move over to the side of the ship and get one of these cannons ready
Okay.
for when this thing comes back.
Which
up.
side of the ship? Starboard side?
Yeah, the side of the ship that the other ship's coming on.
Yep. So this is more realistic. I mean, I had them shrunk down because I just don't like them taking up that much of the space. But I mean, this ship is, it's fucking
Much
huge.
bigger than us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
these
that.
squares are big too, though.
Yeah,
Say
that's
what?
true. Each square is 25 yards, you said.
Yeah, exactly.
that-
No,
25 feet.
25. Yes, or 25 feet.
Okay, you said
Yeah,
yards
yeah,
earlier. So, okay,
feet.
25 feet.
25 feet. So this ship being, 100 something feet long, coming
That
after
makes
you.
sense. Okay.
You see.
That makes
So
sense.
they're pretty close to you. It's like which side are they coming up on? You really don't know. But Timmons goes to which side of the ship?
This side.
Starboard side. Okay. And ready's a cannon. If they come alongside, you're going to go on hold then? I think it puts the whole ship on hold, doesn't it?
Can I load it and go on hold?
I'd say the cannons are probably already loaded, aren't they?
Oh, okay.
Well, you guys have been trying to get underway. I don't know if you'd travel with loaded cannons, so you start loading a cannon? Yeah? Okay.
Well, I imagine that would have been one of the orders, but I didn't specifically say it. But
You said get the ship under sail, is what you said. So now Timmons starts
true.
loading the cannon. You going to tell anybody else to take an action to load cannons? You got kind of command of the crew around you, too.
Load them all 3.
All right, so you got to start loading all 3 cannons. That'll take, what is it, 8 rounds, but you've got plenty of people to.
Wait,
At least half a
take-
dozen people working.
Yeah, you've got.
I want a cannon loaded before that thing moves up. So can we do that?
Possibly.
If everybody gets to work on loading the cannons, well, no, because you're at the end of your.
I want one cannon loaded when they move up. Is all Timmons wants.
Okay, so if you
can
put
5
everybody,
people load
yeah,
one cannon.
there you go. So you get a bunch of, help me load this fucking cannon. These guys come running over there and start
Turn
moving
this
shit.
thing around. We're gonna shoot them. We're gonna see if we can put some damage. I'm gonna aim for that guy driving the boat.
All right, so Fegafjord 78. Fegafjord 78. Let's see, what is he gonna do? He's gonna do his maneuver roll first. Yeah.
If you want to go ahead and fail that, that'd be awesome.
He is on a joker.
It says you have to make a maneuvering roll of +2.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Failure bumped up to 2.
Should do it automatically, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Holy shit.
We need to hire that boat guy.
Oh, the ghost that's driving the boat.
Johan.
All right. This thing just starts getting closer and closer, and its sails billow out. Boom! And it just rides up on the waves, and it's coming straight at you. And you'd swear it's going to ram into the side of the ship.
Just remember it gets a -2 to any attacks.
Why?
Because
Took
I'm evading.
evasive actions.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So, it doesn't... You just know this thing is going to hit the back of your ship. You're like, holy shit, they're going to fucking hit us. And then it passes right through the ship. Like there's no impact whatsoever. Except the sound of about 10 zombie bodies hitting the deck of your ship. Boom! As it goes sailing right through you. And ends up right there. And I'm going to shrink that back down so I can get it on a square. Yeah, good enough. So, everybody who's standing on deck that can see this, which is everybody except HG and Doc Fong, I need fear rolls from them. Yes, Doc Fong, that's, in fact,
That's fear rolls are spirits
spirit
at
rolls, I'm sorry.
-2.
Spirit rolls. Just a spirit roll.
But it's just a plain at even.
Why would it be a -2?
For fuck's sake. Let's try that again.
All right. So, yeah, the only reason why would it be a -2? I don't understand the.
Maybe I'm thinking of phobias or something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
if you're. Yeah, that's the way we were doing
That's
it
what-
with the
yeah, with the monkey.
Kleidophobia.
Kleidophobia. All right, so as this happens, these zombies that were not really of the ethereal world, as the ship passes through you, whatever was holding them on that ship, when they come into contact with something solid and real, boom, they hit your deck and they're rolling, they're all prone, but they're all starting to stand up and they're coming at you and starting to attack. And that would be the entirety of everything that ship is going to do.
Timmons plays a card.
Ooh, nice.
All right, I'll say it's everybody at the back of the ship.
10
until
yards.
the next joker is dealt. 10 yards. That's pretty much the whole ship. So you guys all get that bonus. Don't forget it. because I will.
Oh,
I
is
still
there an
think there's-
effect for that you made before?
Yeah, there was an effect. I think I had put it on Jeb's character sheet.
You guys can remove your own
Yes.
effects in this game, can't you?
No.
No.
All right. Well, that doesn't really matter much. So I'll come over here and what's it
Yeah,
called?
last stand, parry +2, toughness +2.
Yeah, if everybody will just kind of
Drop.
dump that on themselves there.
Well, we're not on the combat tracker, so we
Yeah, you are.
can't.
Yes,
Good
yes, we are.
night, I
You
got
have to
everyone.
hit the plus button under the token for the ship.
I don't know if the ship counts, but I added it to him.
Button. I don't see a plus button. Oh, the +5. Oh, okay, I see it.
Your hero and all allies. The ship is, well, technically I've got it listed as an
Oh, I
ally.
dropped it on my character sheet and it applied it, or somebody must have done it.
I dropped on everyone because
There
I
you go.
remembered it was a
Okay.
thing
Cool.
that Venom
Thank
made him do before.
Fantastic. All right, so where
Now,
were
if a
we?
Joker's rolled next round, we're screwed. So
Yeah, let's see. I need one of these. So, Alonzo,
Oh no, I don't like that.
you're back here
Oh.
messing with this. You're back here messing with this Gatling gun, and you're like, "What the fuck? It's not fucking working." About that time, the ammo box that's sitting right beside it opens, and you see this little monkey with the bowler hat on, and he pops his head up out of there. And I'm not even going to get to the Sirenscape sounds for this thing yet, because for some reason it's not wanting to open. There it goes, finally.
Yeah, you really need to make a story window and
I
just
do.
pin it to
Clyde.
the bottom.
Just say Clyde. That's still not working.
I'm hearing it.
Well, then my Sirenscape is crashed. So anyway, he throws monkey poop at you, and it comes sliding, slapping on the side of this gun, and you see the gun starts to glow. Starts to glow an eerie color, an eerie brown, incandescent glow around this gun, and you feel the power surge through it, like he's imbibed it with the power of monkey shit.
Poop. The power of poop compels you.
The power of poo compels you. Power of poo. Thank you, Brad, for the biddies. And you'll get a +2 to shoot with this Gatling gun if you want to. You know what? I'm going to give you a +4. That way you can negate your called shot and stuff, and you can maybe try to take out somebody on the deck of the ship with the thing. So when it comes around your turn, if you want to shoot the Gatling gun again and try to take out some of the crew, which that's what it's for, and you're within close range, you might even be able to spin it around and shoot it at some of these zombies. So they are on deck with you now. We're actually going to switch to melee combat map for that. Now, how the hell am I supposed to do that? You can't do that, can you?
a chase and a melee combat.
It's the same.
We'll just
I
have
don't
to
see
use
why
the
not.
combat tracker.
Well, can I put you guys' token on 2 different maps and it's going to work?
Well, we're
I
not
don't
on the
think
chase
so.
map
We're not
anyway.
actually on the map.
That's true. That's true.
It might get weird if we are trying to like shoot the other ship, but it should work, I think. How do you stop the Clyde music? It's terrifying me.
Is it? I can't. It's.
Here, I got it.
Yep.
I got it.
Hey,
Thank
Marv,
you.
did you remember to leave the last game you were in as far as Sirenscape is concerned?
It was working earlier, Vino. It just crashed because it does that.
Ah.
I'll open it back up and hopefully Clyde's not going.
That's
I
what
sent the
Jenkins
stop
first
ball.
used it. Our wizard fireball the room of like really weak things,
Oh,
and between the
Jesus.
fireball and all the screams, it crashed all our. We just started ah, and then Sirenscape crashed for all of us.
I think that might have been. Was there something that went off with last stand? It shouldn't have been.
I don't think so.
No. No. Could have been that horse that kept on earlier.
Back to town, it's got to pee.
Cool. So, where are we at here? They passed through. You zombies are on the deck. Here's the deck of the ship, and I'm going to put you guys on it, starting with Alonzo, and Doc is downstairs, so I'll put him over here on this one for a second.
Jeb is at the wheel.
Luke is at the wheel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not Jeb. Luke. Sorry, force of habit.
Timmons
Jeb's
is on that,
back.
trying to get that cannon loaded.
Oh, that cannon is loaded.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. And HG is down there. You still got shaking on you, HG. No,
Oh,
well,
was I not shaking
yeah.
from the explosion, even though I soaked the
Well,
wound?
you soaked the wounds, but I guess it didn't take the shaking off. You still have to roll for that, don't you?
Well, I soaked one of the two wounds.
You just soaked one of them. You didn't get a raise
Yeah.
then, because isn't the
No,
raise
I
what
only got
takes
I
shaking
only
off?
got a 6. Yeah, I only got a 6 on the
Yeah,
All right.
got
soak
the
roll.
Okay,
raise
so
because
we'll
of the
come
blue
back
chip.
around to your turn here in a minute. So they are there, and now I've got. Let's just start.
So in theory, I should be able to take a free ow free action boating roll and still fire my weapon or still take a regular action as long as I don't move away from the wheel. In theory.
That sounds right.
Though I think since we're kind of doing two different things, the regular combat encounter as well as the chase, I wonder if you need to pull all of us out of
You
the.
guys will have the option. You can do that. Well, no, you're fine over there. Uh, as of right now, you're still trying to maneuver the ship away from them. That'll be your action. These guys can choose to either engage with that ship with their guns, or they can choose to enter melee combat. Either one. Both maps are available. They're there. We'll see how this works. If it doesn't, we're just going to go back to the ghost ship chase, and you guys can try to flee away from it. He's got plenty of other tricks up his sleeve other than just this. So, deck full of zombies, and he had to maneuver first, and he did. He passed through you. That's his turn. Victual Brothers, the zombies are on deck. They will all use half their movement to stand up, or two of their movement speed to stand up. And let's get zoomed in here where I can find Zombie 67,
Sorry.
who has a pace of 4. Right around here at Old Timmons. And I think
Tim
this
is
is
like,
going to work.
what the hell are these things?
It tries to grab you with its claws, and it misses and fails. What's it sitting on? A 5 of hearts. Okay, so no penalty there. So yeah, that's cool. We can do this both ways. So it fails that. Brains. And it moves up here. And it is going to attack with both of its at Timmons. And that will miss. And comes around with the left, and that will miss. This one doesn't have to go far at all. attacks once, and that will miss. Timmons is like trying to get this gun loaded. Get these fucking things off me!
He's had this mental image where he's like, "Damn it, Jeb, I'm working here."
This one moves this direction and goes after Luke at the wheel. Tries to grab a hold of you, Luke, and misses. Fucking piece of shit zombies. This one comes in like this.
Well, I mean, they are zombies.
They are zombies. There's a whole lot
I
of
mean,
them.
you really,
I haven't rolled a
you
6
can't
yet.
really expect a whole lot.
I feel like we should maybe shoot them in the heads repeatedly. I have an awesome idea. What we need to do is have HG stand in the middle of them and then do a power on himself. Because
Hey
when he
yourself,
rolls into
HG.
one, he just explodes them all.
Oh,
They're in such a nice group.
Mrs. Timmons. And not a one of them hit. Not a fucking one of them. They are zombies.
We are
Yeah.
having a last stand.
Yes. You'd be surprised how much +2 parry and toughness can help out.
Who's on hold? The black horse? Okay, so I have to apply that.
Nobody's on hold.
Attack 4 hit. What happened there?
Why does it? Why do we
Me.
have to make a maneuvering roll? I'm confused.
I think that wasn't that last turn you had to?
Wait a second.
That was a couple of rounds
I don't
ago.
know.
Off hold. Driver must make a maneuvering roll or go out of control.
I have no idea why that's there.
Oh no, we didn't get a club or get shot.
I don't.
Oh, you know what it was? Marv, you just applied that damage, didn't you?
Oh,
It
Yep.
was from the
Yeah.
damage before.
yeah, we'd already rolled for it, and
Yeah, you'd
Yeah.
already rolled for it, but I don't apply it until the end of the round to both ships. Everybody gets their damage applied. Let's see. Does he? He didn't have any damage on his ship.
And
So
when it
just your-
applies, it gives you the message. And with the pop
Right.
up.
Okay, so you must make a maneuvering roll, or they do. I can't.
I do.
It was Jeb, but
It-
or not Jeb.
Luke.
Luke,
Yep.
but he
I've
already
already-
did that.
Yeah,
We
I
did
already
it
did
earlier.
that, and I passed that boating roll, so I don't have to roll
Okay.
on the
Gotcha.
out of control.
Gotcha. All right. Black horse rolls an ace of spades. So you're maneuvering. You're still trying to wrestle this ship, Luke. So give me your maneuver roll.
All right.
What are you
gonna
gonna
do it as a free action?
Yeah, explain.
Yeah,
Okay.
Free action to basically try to pilot the ship, forward or southern in a southern direction, so I can, pop one of these zombies or something in the head. Where did my thing go? I lost my thing.
Yeah, but
There it
what's the
is.
sense in it, Brad?
That's what I'm saying. He couldn't hit and he forgot the evasion part.
Yeah. Yeah, it's their mind is simply a distraction. All right. So the black horse, you did what now?
I'm going to do a boating roll for the
Free
maneuver
action?
as a free action.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Well, I failed.
Yep.
Does that mean we don't move?
Trait roll was a natural 1, but you are on a 10 of hearts, so but no, you don't move. You don't
I'm
move.
going to Benny. Let's try that again.
Oh shit.
That's much better.
All right, you got a raise,
Whoosh!
so you can move up to 2.
2 of hearts, baby. Here I come.
Like so.
Indeed.
You're still spinning. Now that's your free action. What about your action?
Well, do you want to just go down the list and I'll take my regular action when
Oh,
it gets to me?
well, no, because yeah, that's true. We'll do that. So, especially if you've got something
That
else in
seems
mind.
fair.
All right, Alonzo.
I'm going to try to push this guy.
Push
Oh, it
this
won't let me share
zombie.
push. An opposed roll of strength. If I'm successful, I push him back 1. If a raise, push him back 2. Um, a character who successfully pushed must make an athletics roll or be knocked prone. Well, I'm trying to push him off the edge. Zombie 77. So strength versus strength.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
All right.
At this horrible
So I
minute when
push him
Oh, we
back
found
1
that.
square.
You push him back 1 square and over the side. And Zombie 77 hits the water. He has to make an agility roll, right?
He gets um he gets an athletics check to avoid being knocked prone, which I don't
But
think at this
Yeah, I
point
don't
makes any
think. Yeah, it
difference
doesn't
because
make.
he's in the water.
He's in the water. Yeah, so he's gone.
All right, I'm happy with that result.
Nicely done. Nicely done, Doc Fong. This round, I guess you're following HG back up the stairs, but he gets to tinkering with something. You're trying to get out the door, and shit freaking blows up all over the place, and you just barely take cover and get out of the way. You see it coming as he staggers trying to get one of his flasks out, and you're like, oh no, here it comes.
it's like, oh shit.
You dodge out of the way like this, and this shit goes off, and you just kind of, what are you going to do from this point?
All right. So I don't know that the zombies are up top. So I'm gonna say, Mr. Fung, you stay here and keep an eye on the ship. The rest of you come with me in case we have to work the cannons.
Wait, you are Mr. Fong.
No, I'm Doc Fong. This is Mr. Fung.
Oh.
Fung. Fung, Fung.
It's spelled slightly different. That's how he knows the name.
PHU.
Isn't
It's PHUNG, and it's Vietnamese.
Okay, it is now.
Okay. So you're going to gather these other 4 crew members?
Or 3 of them. I'm going to say keep one down here in case more fires break out. HG.
Okay, you're taking 3 of the crew with you upstairs. So now you've got, of the 15, you've got all but 14 crew members on the ship, on the main deck. Or you're heading that direction. You'll get up there next round. HG breaks his shaking off. He's kind of, what the hell? What do you mean? Where are you taking my guys? What's going on, HG?
It's like an adrenaline shot or
I'm
something.
heading for the deck in rather pissed off state at this point.
You're just heading for the deck. Okay, we'll come back to you next round. We'll say you make it to the deck next round. Luke Cunningham. Now, as your action.
Oh, I was still unmuted. Okay, so I'm going to keep one hand on the wheel to keep running into rocks and whatnot, and I'm going to pull the hatchet off my belt and try to chop this thing up, or one of these things up.
One of them. At Zombie 83. That's a hit.
Boo.
Yeah. Boo. You kind of chop into it and take a big chunk of meat off the side of its shoulder, and it just kind of moves it over to the side a little bit. Doesn't even hardly phase it. Timmons? You're in a hell of a position.
Timmons wants to
Check, see if he's got any more space on his dance card.
Yeah, he's gonna take his shotgun club butt that he's repaired now and
wired together
and fix it up with some extra extra stuff. He spent a good amount of time and money on this shotgun butt now, so there's probably like some rivet nubs and stuff all around it. It's all encased in metal. And he wants to hit zombie number 39 with it, and then he wants to move back up to the top of the stairs here and then shoot
You want to risk?
number 73.
You want to risk op shots from these 3 zombies?
Yes. Yes.
Don't you have like
But-
extraction or something?
Yeah, he has improved extraction, so
Oh,
3
that's
of
right.
them aren't going to get op shots.
Yeah,
So
three
that's
of
why he
the
wants to
3 of
try
them.
number 39. So I need to do what? 2 actions?
Well, you can. Yeah, because one of your actions is going to be to disengage, right?
Well, no, I want to club 39,
Mm-hmm.
then move to the top of the stairs and shoot
Okay,
73.
gotcha.
But I'm not going to try to run or anything.
Yeah, so just do your little 2 action button down there.
And a club. And my first one is a hit with a raise, thanks to Diablo Bob in the chat. So how do we do that?
There you go, Diablo Bob.
He's gone, but
Well, go down there to the
do I
bottom,
roll it
and
still?
now the little dice that's down by the modifier, that's underneath the 1 action button and the next to the run, there's a little die down there. You see a little 6-sided die.
Yeah.
You hit that, click that, and then just roll your damage onto.
It says plus damage and then roll my damage.
Yeah, didn't you say it was a hit with a
onto the
raise?
zombie. Yeah.
Damn.
Crap.
Wow.
All right, so so I am gonna provoke from that one, number 39.
All right, let's put you right here a second as you try to move your way past number 39. Why are they like outside? Oh, because they're highlighted right now. That's why. Yeah. All right, so go ahead and do your movement now. Finish your movement out. Move up to the top of the stairs.
I guess the tokens aren't locked, but that's okay.
All the way to there to right there.
Gonna
Okay.
blast number 73 with a shotgun. Just a single roll or single barrel. Double barrel shotgun to the face.
Miss.
It's a miss. I want to use a white chip and re-roll that.
Okay. But don't forget to just put a -2 in the modifier box down there.
Why -2?
Because you doing it on your second action. Remember, you have a
I
-2.
clicked the 2 actions.
If the box is still highlighted, it's
Yeah, if the box is still highlighted, I thought it would have come off when
yeah,
you were.
it's no,
Okay.
it's still
Okay, you're
highlighted.
fine then.
And I actually have a +2 to hit with a shotgun, so it
There you
kind of
go.
balances out. That's why it's -2 +2. My next roll, shotgun double barrel. Come on. Oh,
Wow.
that's better.
Yeah.
Good use of a Benny.
All right.
Head
Paint that picture, Timmons.
Timmons, he's like, get off of me, you bitches! And he swipes at that one, and it like hits her in the nipple. That's kind of hard right now because if you zoom in on him, you can see him. Poof! And then he's like, and he backs up at the steps, and he swivels around, and this one's like lunging towards him, and he just reaches up and goes, poof! And the whole head blows off and splatters all over Luke.
Now, I'm not sure how. I've never played the zombies in Savage Worlds before, so I'm trying to figure out how they undead toughness recover from being shaken. No additional damage.
There
from
are
fall shots.
optional rules for what kind of zombies you want.
Yeah,
There's a
they're-
base zombie, and then are they like the George Romero zombies where you got to shoot them in the head? And do
Yeah.
they make you into a zombie if they bite you?
Yeah, well, no, they don't do that. But these
I know the
zombies,
ones.
when you blow these zombies' heads apart with a shotgun, they die. Again, they're dead.
I know some of them have take extra damage from headshots.
Yeah, we're just gonna play him straight up. He's gone. She's gone. Whatever.
I wasn't aiming for the head in particular.
Well, it looked good.
Yeah,
With that,
I'd also like
yeah.
I'd also like to point out that it does look like they do have diamond cutter titties. So
Yes.
Well, it's very
Well,
cold in the fog.
I
their
think that would
headlights
be
are off.
like necrophilia. Wouldn't that be technically termed
I
necrophilia if
like
that
the
like turns
I like
you on, there, Luke?
whose knife is stuck in them. By the
I
way,
didn't say it was turning me on. I was just pointing out that they have them.
I don't know. Should I pass my turn or
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, the
double
boats
check?
didn't fire on each other. There was no damage taken to the ships. Of course,
Actually,
it's
no.
actually
It's the boat and zombies' turn.
yeah, we're still in this round. Okay, so he is going to free action. No, let me. Did I close that? Hell yeah, I closed that. Hang on. Jason vehicle reference chart. Here we go. Change position is a free action. Gets a speed bonus of 1. And he can't do that. He can't bump your ship since it's really. Let's see. So he's going to swing back across again. If he's going to try to swing back across again at you. So let's see what happens here. Oh,
No, fuck me. Screw you, Johan.
yeah. So as this thing passes through and dumps all these zombies off on your deck, you see it, and I mean it's like it's not even the water's not even slowing it down. It's almost like it's floating on top of the water. He spins this thing back around and comes back at the ship, kind of comes up around this way and back. And see, 1, 2, he can't end in your space. So he pulls right up alongside of you. And you can see these other 3, not the captain of the boat that's piloting the thing, but these other 3 ethereal figures come like levitating over the gunnels of their ship and your ship, and like your ship is down below them because they're so much bigger than you, and they just kind of come levitating, floating right down onto your deck.
Oh, lovely.
I don't want more. I haven't finished eating what's on my plate.
Oh, and by the way, Marb, you need to adjust your camera on the stream because the Deadlands banner is kind of like covering up your eyes.
Well, nobody wants
So
to
the
fucking see
stream,
me anyway, man. It's all about you guys. All
yeah, but they're like just seeing your mouth.
right, let's see. What is John Johansson? Pace A. They're 8. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6. And they can't go any further with that person in front of them there, even though they are ethereal. They can't end their move in that space. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Comes floating right up to Timmons.
Tim is like, it's a ghost. Yeah.
Looks like a Pawnee. Uh-oh. That's a miss. You're like, oh shit, it's a ghost. You said, oh, and dodge out of the way. And this one, let's see, he's really got. He wants to take out this pilot.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, and he moves right over here.
He's like, we want Jet back.
Moves right over here.
He's actually the president of the Jeb fan club.
And you kind of, he's reaching over this big ship's wheel at you, and you're kind of using the ship's wheel to keep in front of him. The ship starts to like jolt back and forth. And the zombies begin to shuffle this way, and they can't really go very far. They're going to choke all you guys up on the back of this ship till HG gets up here. He's like your undead secret weapon. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one misses.
Ha ha!
I thought that's the one that just went.
No, it was the ghost that went.
Huh? No, I'm in the zombies right now. Yeah, that one. There we go. Finally. Ha 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 ha. As these dirty nails get a hold of your face. And you're still sharking them off. This guy's a hell of a. I mean, he's steady under pressure, that's for sure.
Hands off the beard,
but
man.
Tis but a flesh wound.
Wait, does Luke have a beard?
Yes.
They're messing with
This
it.
zombie comes over here and starts to like unfasten this cannon off the side of your ship.
Oh, hell no.
This one moves over next to it and starts to help it.
Well, ain't that some shit?
Why does that have him selected? That's weird. Well, and they look like they're working pretty quick at this. This zombie does the same thing.
All right, no Joker.
Black Horse is up first again.
But it is 9:45.
It is 9:45, and I don't think we got time to get through a round. I tell you what, this went a lot better than I hoped for learning the whole chase thing. We tried this once before, but things just didn't really work well in the Fantasy Grounds Classic. I think they've done some work over here on Unity to make this, because things didn't work this way for me last time. I couldn't get stuff to work right in the chase. Anyway, it's nice to know that you can have both melee and chase maps open and going at the same time. And I will.
A little weird, but I approve.
So you guys are coming out right down here. I'm assuming HG if you were heading to the top deck, right? And we're going to end it right there. So we'll leave his large burst template up to remind him what he's doing next week.
We're away from me, please.
We're a little bit early.
Worried.
So surely somebody out there is
Savage Worlds by Quest and Cliffhangers again. Or
yep, that's what we're going to do. Quest and Cliffhangers. We're going to go raid them.
I almost was like, hey, Marbania's doing Savage Worlds. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here we go on a raid. Thanks to everybody who came by and cheered and subbed and threw some buffs at the players and some things like that. Tomorrow night, be right back here for Starfinder with DM Vino right there. And Drake, you will be playing in Metacurious campaign, right, tomorrow night. And that's over on
Empire
Drake
of the
Takes.
Ghouls.
Empire of the Ghouls, which is in the, not Eberron, what's the world? Midgard.
Cholt.
World.
Midgard.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I thought we were Cholt.
every other week they change. So with that, we're gonna raid, and then Saturday night we will be on Rob Tui's stream for Icewind Dale. So thanks for coming by, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend. Say bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Easter.